The bell over the stone scales door jingled, waking Rowena from where she dozed, propped on a stool behind the till. Shouldered close to its neighbor buildings, the scales never had a cross breeze to speak of. 7 months' steamy air had sunk deep into its plastered walls, sweating up from its floorboards. The man at the door wore a dusty pair of gabardine trousers and a linen shirt whose rolled sleeves and damp collar clearly displayed his own reaction to the heat. Rabbit startled up from his tight curl under the counter and zuffed, all tail and earnest charm. The man reached out for his straw gambler's hat. Its shadow came away from his sunburned face, and Rowena darted from her post. "Master Meteron, where have you been?" Anselm Meteron offered his one-shouldered shrug, crouching to ruffle the snuffling dog's ears. "Traveling," he said. "Some acquisitions overseas." Rowena wrinkled her nose. "What kind of acquisitions?" "An island." She gaped. "It's between the latitudinal parallels where Amazonian and Lamarckian taxation policies are in play. It'll be a few years before the political balance is sorted out, so in the meantime—" Meteron smiled. "He who owns the land makes the rules. The details make for dastardly boring conversation, Cricket. All that matters is it's the perfect place to build a resort." "What's a resort?" "A little something I dreamt up recently. It'll be news to others, as well, I think." Something in Rowena's expression must have looked particularly odd, for he raised an eyebrow. "Problem, Cricket?" "You're just, different, when you ain't gussied up." Meteron thumped Rabbit's exposed chest one last time and rose, looking about. "Hardly any call to overdress. On the most miserably under-conditioned steamliner in the whole Western Fleet, I slept above decks to keep from stifling in the cabins." He glanced at her. "You're rather different when you are gussied up." Rowena looked down at herself. The fact that she put very little thought to how a pea-green seersucker dress compared to her breeches and blouses of a few months before was a measure of how she'd grown into them, she supposed. They felt ordinary now, though she still kept her little knife tucked into a strap of her ankle boots. Meteron studied her with his measuring gaze, moving the balances about as he so often did. His sunburn and a faint patina of coal dust deepened the lines by his eyes. Slowly, his face tilted into a knowing smile. Rowena gripped her skirt and swished it experimentally, as if she'd only just put the garment on. "I actually, with my own money. Bear keeps telling me I can have my pick of what's here. Leia's and Rare's old things. But I just don't have the figure, and—" "You look lovely," he said. The word froze Rowena, though if it had any weight in Anselm Meteron's vocabulary, it was unremarkable. He dusted at his trousers with the brim of his hat, as if he'd already forgotten what he'd said. "The old bear about?" "In the yard. He's started his project, you see, and it's a bit physical."